They cost 60. They were so slow, 20 kilometers an hour.
They do the
I
most tank damage in the game,
yeah, the
I think.
huge damage, but
Yeah,
really you're gonna want to use King Tigers if you ever want huge tank damage, I think.
agreed.
Um,
Armor base
the,
with your prototype base, good combo. If you need
yeah,
tanks, not mouses.
Yeah, plus the build time for those guys is just ridiculously
yeah.
long. It's just not
Yeah,
worth it. So just
Still,
don't.
they managed to make them look cool. Those
yeah,
Germans.
they are cool, aren't they? Yeah.
I actually don't like the design of it. It just looks like it's just slab of
It
metal.
looks like a bunker with wheels, and I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
um,
If If the build
but
time really bothers you in a 3v3, like on D-Day, for example, when there's like 1,000 admins, the key is you build like 20 prototypes or 30 prototypes,
Okay,
and then you
moving
have
on.
then
When we're
you
talking
have
about
a
yeah,
real
build
game,
time.
yeah,
Your mouses build like Russian infantry. It's so amazing. Okay,
come on, Baron.
I don't
Baron.
play. I don't play those games. I just
See,
saw
this
one. I didn't
guy
play
just
that one.
only dreams about building admins.
mouse is built like Russian infantry. That's hilarious, man. Oh, seriously, how could you play these games? You spam those things. Oh my god.
Algren dragged me into that game, okay? You ask him. uh, yeah.
Okay,
Well,
let's talk about that
the
last
Werframmers.
ground
Now,
unit
they don't
and
have research on them, and I actually like these. These are useful, and in bigger games especially, uh, because they're the best rocket, definitely the best rocket launching unit in the game. Um, unless you count OIs, maybe I don't know, but they do lots of damage.
yeah,
Uh,
walking Stukas, huh? Uh,
yeah.
Yeah.
it's
You could.
definitely deadly units. Like if you have two of those, your opponent AT should just start running away and just run for hills.
Yeah,
Cause
the buildings like go down so fast to these things,
yeah,
man.
I think it's just one volley. And any building would die except with like admin. Not admin, but like they are headquarters.
Except the admin.
Yeah.
um,
Uh,
yeah, well,
they don't have much of a spread, so that they do kill stuff quickly.
yep. And yeah, and the splash damage is enough so that if you have a stack of units you're aiming at, like it could take out like the entire stack. Uh, it's
Yeah.
Yeah,
quite localized
AA,
at
AT,
high
just
damage.
But well,
cries when
here's
see
to
those
put
stuff.
in perspective, a Russian pushka costs $40. The Werframen costs $40, but the Werframen does almost triple the damage to infantry, to buildings, and to truck armored
And it has wheels.
targets.
Yes,
So I
however,
mean,
we should mention it is a vehicle. A fighter bomber kills
Yeah,
it in
vehicle.
one go.
Yeah.
that's true.
So
It's like a
be
priest, more or
aware.
less. The same type of thing. Yeah, it's just
You
a
you
big,
need verbals
fat
and
target.
ME-109s to protect that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the flak 88. You
Yeah,
see
but
them with your
this is
planes
just
and
way
you're like,
better.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I want to shoot that.
Yeah.
Um. No, but yeah, but for you to use with wooded units especially, it just like clears like smokes out whatever's in that forest.
It
Uh,
burns down the forest. The forest
yeah,
like ceases to
there's no
exist.
forest left.
Yeah.
Um,
No more cover.
yeah, it's like forest. What forest? There's no forest there. Anyway, yeah, this is the end of the protobase, isn't it?
Yes.
If there's anything else to say on the protobase now,
Well,
then we
during
go
the
on
World War
to
II, the Werframens like struck fear into the opposing forces that faced them. They screamed like when the rockets took left those trucks. Man, I wish they made that sound in this game. They don't, but yeah, Werframens are awesome. I
Yeah,
like
just
them.
play COH again. Just way better game. Sorry.
Lagmaster's been trying to get me to play COH, but I'm fully retired. So anyhow,
and it's not a better game. Anyway,
yeah,
um, air, German
there.
air, full stop.
German
Okay,
Air's awesome.
I like it,
The M
and I think it's very powerful. So price tag 50 for an airfield, which is just slightly more expensive than British, 5 more. So it's affordable option.
British
Um,
40,
yeah.
Jap is 45. if I'm not mistaken.
Is it 40 for British? I thought it's 45.
British airfield is 40.
Oh my god! Oh, I can't
Yes.
believe I missed that.
Speaking of British, okay, in 1v1, you German players, if you're going against the UK player, just build an airfield, make ME-109s, and you force them to upgrade to Spitfires. They have no choice but to get them because their Hurricanes stand no chance versus your ME-109s. So what you do is you make just one ME-109, do a fake air assault, so it looks like you've got like 4 or 5, 6 of them, and they're like, oh shit, I've got to get Spitfires, and then you go hard ground units, okay, and you get and there while they've upgraded to Spitfires, you go as a German and you get your tanks, some infantry, and you push hard on the ground, and now he's upgraded to Spitfires for no good reason.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
a thing to remember is that fake air assault only produces Stukas, so it is.
Yeah, for Germans.
Oh, okay, yeah,
You can
Yeah,
I
see
forgot.
that if you're very observant, you will see that
yeah,
those four
we
planes will be moving a bit slower than the
Yeah,
other one.
I look really stupid right now. Thanks, Master. I'm embarrassed.
Try,
Okay.
but you're
well,
American, so that's fine.
I
That's
feel
your
like an
natural
that
idiot.
pose.
that's another thing to mention that sorry about my watch. To mention that the Stukas, we always call them Stukas. That's the same as the Ju-87, the German fighter bomber, basically. And there's no other way to describe it. No, Stuka dive bombers, and they're called dive bombers because of the animation they perform while diving. I'm sure you know what it looks like. Uh, well, okay, that's about Stuka. The Mi-109, it's the strongest basic fighter in the game, isn't it? It's unrivaled. Oh well, the Zero, which Slagmaster doesn't know about. But
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
it's a slower Zero. That's what it is. It used to be the best basic fighter in the game. Now it's a Zero. The introduction of the Japanese faction, but
Again, what's that Japan? Oh, it's not mentioned that maybe.
yeah. See, it's such a traumatic experience for Lagmaster listening to Japan. You know, he's like blocked it out, repressed memories. Uh, anyway,
Ah, yeah.
your
So back
your
into game.
yeah, it does
It
31
kills
damage.
level armor
Other
3
fighters
and
do
4 in
27.
2 shots, which is huge. But diving bomb run takes a lot of time to execute, so I think Fanat and Blitz is advisable if you're using them, and over AA really.
Yeah, I would agree.
Again, they managed to make all their planes look cool. Maybe with the exception of the light bomber. I don't know. That's not particularly amazing, but all the others look cool to me. Uh, um, yeah, now Stuka's M109s are basically a good fighter, but they're a bit slow sometimes, and they're outmatched by most advanced fighters. But usually you wouldn't need the jets. You got your AA, and you'll be fine. Now Stukas, two-shot route armor 4. I mean, one-shot route armor 4, or two-shot kill armor 4, one-shot route. That's it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The same with
So
armor 3.
they're incredibly good at killing armor. Uh, but like Blackmash said, their dive animation is so slow, they drop the payload at the end of their dive. So very often, if your opponent has AA, your stick will get routed or shot down before dropping the payload, which is why I want to use Blitz and Fanat. Um, but coupled with your own tanks, like say Panzer IVs or something, they can, like, say you have Super Pershings charging at your Panzer IVs. Super Pershings are armor 4, so they're very good for defensive purposes. You would dive and route the Super Pershing, and then your Panzer IV has no trouble finishing it off. Uh,
Yeah,
for example, after
yeah, it's a good tactic. Absolutely. Yeah, U87s are just they're beasts.
yep, yeah, they're definitely very enjoyable
So
to use.
have we talked about ME? We kinda did, but let's just recap it. It's 31
skimmed
damage,
over.
which is okay for basic fighters. 25 for price tag. That's reasonable as well. They're quite fast. What else?
Well, they do the most damage of any tier 1 fighter.
Yeah.
Of all the except for Japan, right? But
Yeah,
we're
match
I
not
play.
think we
gonna mention.
agreed, kinda, not to talk
Basically,
about.
guys, look, if you're out there and you're playing Japan, like I'm gonna
Shame
play
on you.
Japan like legitimately. You look, Japan. Okay, you suck. I'm sorry. No, you don't suck. You don't suck. You're just a noob. Okay. No, you're not a noob.
It's
You
like
just
bringing a
are
tank
not
to paintball
educated.
gun war.
Educate yourself. Japan is like Japan. The developers took all the best features of all the factions, rolled them all together into a ball of Japan and sold it to us. And I was a major sucker, and I bought it like everybody
Excuse
else.
me, sold it to us. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, you're a
Yeah,
sucker,
Linus is
and you
a
know it.
hipster. He hasn't bought Japan.
Oh, he hasn't bought it. Oh,
No,
Yeah, no.
okay.
I
Well,
will not
I'll take you for
support
sushi
Ponzi
later,
schemes
anyways. That's all right.
by Ubisoft.
But
Yeah, well,
anyhow, besides Japan, the Tier 1 German fighter is really awesome. It is kind of expensive at 25, I suppose, but you know, it
I
makes
don't
up
think
for it.
it's that
yeah.
expensive. Like in early fights, that's the price
Oh,
tag
no,
of a
it's not that
Hurricane.
bad.
So,
Yeah.
you know, and it beats it.
And then, but one thing to keep in mind is that, their build time is quite slow. It's quite a long build time.
Ah, true.
Like, I can't going back to Japan, but I think Japanese player can almost have 3 zeros out. The production speed in those things is insane, by the way. You can almost have 3 zeros out before you have like 2 ME109s, you
Let's
Right.
make a statement from now on. No more DLC mentions. Just
know.
not worth it.
Okay.
Well, moving on, you've got the
Bonsai.
Storch,
Zaya.
Okay.
the
Storch, okay.
unarmed air recon. Uh, oh wait, I forgot to talk about the AA damage of fighter Stukas. 20, not that great, but it'll kill an
Yeah, it
Ishak.
will fight
Not
off
bad.
Ishaks, but
Yeah.
you know, a blade that shoots sticks and rocks is not really like a good fighter.
Yeah, Ishaks are fun sometimes, so, it's fun to watch your Ishak get beat, like, if your Ishak's got hit by a couple of AA guns, and Anson can probably beat it. I think they have 12 air damage.
Please, please, man.
Uh,
You built
anyway.
answers to fight off Ishaks, yeah. I can see that
Um,
happening.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ishaks are fun. But you
Oh,
hit your
funny
Storches now, they
Russians.
don't have a gun at all. Um, and they're quite slow. Oh, what speed are they? 360, so they're actually very
All
slow.
air recons have the same speed, but yeah.
Not the Italian one.
They may or may not be the same speed, but the sight radius is definitely not equal amongst all of the recon planes. I'm quite certain of that.
Okay, I don't know. I haven't actually looked into Recon that much, but I don't know. I think the sight radius is the same, but the speed is different. But I'm really not sure in air recons.
the the sight radius on between air recons. I can't remember which is the best, which is not, but it's definitely different. And I mean, and then the stupid RUSE unit viewer and the RUSEpedia doesn't list what the sight radius is on
Okay,
these. I don't
okay.
think.
Let's try it out sometime. That will be interesting thing to see. Because I'll
Yeah, but
definitely be
anyways, I
interested to
never
see
get the
that.
storage. I never get the storage. I always get Kuba wagons, you know.
I think yeah, I'm also the same here. I would get a Kubelwagen because for 25 research you almost get infantry base and you get infantry with that pack. But I think Tika
Yeah.
is a big fan of air recon over infantry base. Because I think we argued a couple of times about that, and he's opting for air recon because
Well,
it's able to cover more ground and you can
yeah,
pick into towns with it.
Yeah.
But no,
yeah, so sure, it can move over the whole map relatively fast.
I think it's
Um,
optional. For example, for frontline, I would probably opt for a storage.
okay.
Frontline. Well, I was gonna say tank graveyard. The city's on the side of the map. If you got a
Yeah.
problem with a bunch of infantry,
Yeah.
you have to get the air recon to make sure your infantry can move into the city and not get surprise attacked as they go in,
Yeah.
or you know.